So what inspired you to start Jayaflava? Like basically what's the story behind Jayaflava?
When I was writing the book, I was like, oh, I'm going to call it a modern encyclopedia of Sri Lankan food. It's going to be really interesting and really like theoretical and educational. Why don't you just take your favorite song, take Jayaflava, smash it together and make a name? And I was like, but it means nothing. He's like, yes, it does. It means what you want it to mean. And I was like,
What was your favorite scene that was shot in the TV series? Your favorite place, your favorite scene?
Humor. I mean, you didn't get to see a lot of it. I remember when I showed the team Flying Ravana Adventure Park. When I first showed it to people, it was about 5 minutes or 6 minutes long. When I first showed it, people were crying with laughter. Colombo for me is one of the most diverse, international, really fun cities, and it doesn't get enough props.
Hi, today we are here with Tasha Marikkar at Cloudwine Cinnamon Life. So she is a passionate food storyteller and the creator of Jayaflava. Today we are here to talk about her journey and the new TV series. So how are you doing today?
Yeah, really good. Been a bit of a busy day. We've literally just done our press conference. It was really exciting to show the public and you guys the footage from the show. It's been a good day, yeah.
So I'll start with a little bit of your journey. So you have lived between UK and Sri Lanka. So how does this shape your perspective about Sri Lankan cultures and Sri Lankan foods?
Yeah, that's a really interesting question actually. No one's actually asked me that. I have been living in England since I was 18. I went there for university and I ended up staying there. I went to university in London itself. And when I was there, I suddenly started to realize I really didn't understand our food as much as I do now. Obviously, it's been a long journey of learning, relearning, educating myself. And I think from a perspective of in the last 10 years, I've spent a lot more time in Sri Lanka. I've split my time, I'd say 50-50 between here and the UK. And I think it's really shown me a different perspective of the country. I think also I wouldn't call myself a diaspora because I'm not. I'm born and bred Sri Lankan. But I think one of the things I realized is when you're in England, your version of Sri Lanka is told through memory and nostalgia rather than what's presently happening. And I think one of the things is, one of the things I really started to notice a lot online also is that people are there's a lot of different opinions about what dishes belong to which community. And I think that's the biggest thing, people calling it, Ceylon Mo food, people calling it Tamil food, people calling it Sri Lankan food, Sinhalese food, burger food. Actually, it's all a big amalgamation, and actually a lot of the origins of these dishes people don't know, and that's been the biggest learning curve, I think, is really kind of what we think Sri Lanka is from an outside perspective versus what Sri Lanka actually is.
So what inspired you to start Jayaflava? Basically what's the story behind Jayaflava?
So actually, it's a really interesting story. I used to run with my sister. We co-founded a festival called Electric Peacock. And when we did that, we used to bring a lot of different people here. And I befriended one of the acts who headlined our festival. They're still called Basement Jacks. And when I was writing the book, I was like, oh, I'm going to call it a modern encyclopedia of Sri Lankan food. It's going to be really interesting and really theoretical and educational. But luckily at that time, Felix and his wife, the guy from Basement Jacks, was staying with me in Sri Lanka. And he was like, that is the most boring title and boring concept I've ever heard of. And I was like, oh. And he's like, come on, because we were writing music together at the time as well. He was writing an album and he was just like, let's make it more interesting. He's like, I see on the streets, everyone going, Jayaflava, Jayaflava. And I was like, yes, it means victory. It means celebration. And then he was like, that's a great word. I was like, yeah, it's great. It can be used in bad ways, but it can also be, it's also used in very good ways. And he was like, oh, that's interesting. And I don't know if you guys like UK Garage. Do you guys know Craig David? he's having a resurgence, Craig David. I used to be really into music as a teenager, and he used to sing a song called like "What's Your Flavor?" And so Felix is like, "Why don't you just take your favorite song, take Jayaflava, smash it together, and make a name?" And I was like, "But it means nothing." He's like, "Yes, it does. It means what you want it to mean." And I was like, "Oh, cool." So we came up with the word Jayaflava. I always credit him because he was like, "Jayaflava is sick. It's really cool. I love the idea of it." And what it stands for me now is that like Jayaflava is an amalgamation of everything it means to be Sri Lankan. It's the good, it's the bad, it's the color, it's the chaos, you know, and that's what I even bring into everything when I approach the book and when I approach anything I do when regarding Jayaflava.
That's actually interesting. So let's talk about the new TV series.
Okay.
So first of all, congratulations on your new TV series. So bringing Sri Lanka's story on a global cult is something amazing. How do you feel bringing the Sri Lankan-made food series onto National Geographic?
I'm not going to sugarcoat it. It was a long, hard process. I mean, I feel very proud to be able to launch it today, but it was 2 years in the making. And luckily for me, I had a partner, a co-creator in this show who understood that journey. His name is Afdal Aziz. He's an incredible documentarian and cinematographer. And well, like putting this series together with him has been a long, hard journey. We've had a lot of no's, we've had a lot of failures, but I think the strength in our partnership is being able to pick each other up and then go, okay, no, next step, you know? I have shot this about 3 or 4 times. And then when we were talking to different partners, we were talking to different channels all over the world, some in the US, some in the UK, some in Australia, some in India. And Dentsu Grant, which is the media agency behind this deal, they were like, we're talking to JioStar. JioStar is Reliance and Disney together in India. And they were like, you know, I think this would work for JioStar. So they made an introduction to National Geographic, and we had a great head of channel. He's still there. And we showed him the show, we showed him the rushes, and he was like, yeah, this is a great show. I think, you know, this could really work on our platform. So we worked with them to curate it into something that could be, you know, watchable, consumed on Nat Geo. And so we had a 44-minute show, and actually we had to re-edit the whole thing into 30 minutes. So it's like, it's quite fast-paced. It's really enjoyable. I think, I don't know. What did you think of the show?
Of course, it was so good.
Okay, great.
So beyond the food, how do you think the TV series showcase the people and the culture of Sri Lanka?
Definitely, I think even though we're, like I said, we're talking about food very deeply here, I think what's really interesting is how food connects to community, to ethnicity, to heritage, to nostalgia. And I think that when we looked at like the show, as we started to learn about the dish or the region it came from and the community it came from, we started to unfold these stories about people, about region, about, you know, the stories that make Sri Lankans who they are. And I think that's something we've taken and we've really celebrated even more. And I think one of the greatest things was we get to visit and travel all these places. We get to be in amazing locations like this and meet the people who are running these extraordinary businesses and really shine a light on them. I think that's been one of the best things.
And very personally, I want to know, what was your favorite scene that was shot in the TV series? Your favorite place, your favorite scene?
I think for humor, I mean, you didn't get to see a lot of it. I remember when I showed the team Flying Ravana Adventure Park. When I first showed it to people, it was about 5 minutes or 6 minutes long. When I first showed it, people were crying with laughter because, to be fair, I look really, it's very unapologetically me, and I was just like, yes, that is very true. Like the editors who were editing it were laughing. They were like, this is so funny. So for me, I thought that was one of my favorite scenes. But equally, I think there's when I'm going to Jaffna and really seeing Jaffna for the first time through the lens of this show was really incredible. And that was another one. It wasn't funny, but it was more eye-opening. But yeah, those are probably the two top highlights. There is Putlam also. There is also Kano. I like it all, guys. I love it all. It's all great. I can't pinpoint one. There's a lot to watch, you know.
Yeah, actually, I wanted to visit Jaffna as well after seing the glimpse.
Yeah, it's such an amazing. You know what I really thought was
the kite festival and stuff. Those were amazing.
People don't. I'll tell you something about filming that kite festival. There were 20,000 people. We were stuck in traffic for 4.5 hours in a van that didn't move. Okay, and I was just like, we had such expensive camera equipment. We couldn't get it into the event. We filmed that like with iPhones and drones.
Yeah, the drone shot.
Because you couldn't get the cameras in. So it was that way, like Hasita and Afdal did such an incredible job because they got the drone artists to park quite far away and they sent the drone into the crowd, and we were able to, actually capturing that was, from a cinematographer's point of view, an incredible feat because it came out so well. Yeah,
true.
Yeah.
I was telling I'm going to watch the Prograb show for this Friday.
Oh, this Friday is Kotu. It's going to be really interesting. It's all about Colombo because my big thing is I'm born and bred from Colombo. I lived here. I come back here all the time. I'm probably here 6 or 7 times a year. And Colombo for me is one of the most diverse, international, really fun cities, and it doesn't get enough props. For tourists are like, oh God, Colombo, it's a transit point. No, it isn't. It is an incredible city. You want to see the multiculturalism, the different communities. We're all here in this city. We live as neighbors and we make amazing, incredible food and we share it. And then you have global events happening here. It's an incredible place. And that's why I dug my feet into the ground and I was like, Kotu will be the first episode.
So finally, to end it up, what would you think the viewers will take from this series?
I really hope that what they'll take from this series is pride. I think for Sri Lankans, I want them to be like, yes, this is a version, a storytelling from a completely local perspective, a Sri Lankan perspective, something that they want to celebrate, something they want to talk about. I hope it inspires them to also go out and film their own stuff. The more stories we celebrate, the better, right? All of us doing it together, collaboratively, owning our identity, owning our culture. I think that's an incredible thing to do. And I hope this series inspires people to make their own series and go after their own big dreams and show the country like this. And I think for foreigners, I think the thing I hope they go, well, actually, this is a very different version of Sri Lanka I've come to experience. It's not just the beach. There's a lot of richness. There's a lot of layers. And I hope that they want to come and experience the authentic version of our country.
Thank you so much. It was a nice conversation.
Great. Thank you.
I'm Tasha Marikkar, and I like to travel Sri Lanka by following my scammer. From salt-sprayed beaches to misty hills, I take the long roads, miss the shortcuts, and end up in kitchens I was never meant to find. I get to meet chefs and artists and learn stories shaped by the land itself. This is my island, wild, generous, and impossible not to love.